welcome back to Herbal Space Program 2. And today we are starting our new series that is taking place with the new exploration mode. I sound sick, that's because I am sick. Woohoo. And I just got into a car accident, so yeah, 3 thumbs up for that as well. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to just basically start out our thing. We're not going to go over to the training center. We're going to go over to mission control. Now, mission control is basically exactly what mission control was like in the last one. I did not read that, probably should have. All right, so here, we're going to do our first mission today, and it's time to launch the Kerbal Space Program's inaugural vessel, a fully functional rocket. Alright, so our objectives are launch a rocket from Kerbin and achieve an altitude of at least 10 kilometers. Now that should be pretty easy. And it says it's brought to you by Kerbal Space Center, the nerve center of your agency. The Kerbal Space program is home of all brave and obsessed enough to travel to the stars. All right. Yeah. All right, we're going to get a mission brief from Carrie Kerman. Carrie says, "Hello, Director. I'm Dr. Carrie Kerman, the head of the Mission Control. Mission Control is just one of the many impressive buildings we've finished." Okay. It's got that new building smell and everything. Here, have you ever been in an old building and had the old building smell? Like, you know what I'm talking about, the old building smell. And especially like if the building used to have some sort of industrial purpose, it kind of smells like, I don't know, they smell so weird. I can't really describe it, but they smell weird. You know what I'm talking about. Here you can access everything you need and embark on missions to earn science. Continue. If you are interested in tips and tricks and exciting discoveries, life around campus, and more info on missions, join me for a mission brief. Read it all or just a bit, just like in space. There is no pressure. Hee hee. When the mission's last objective is complete, come back here to submit your mission report. After a quick mission debrief from me, we'll turn your paperwork into sweet, sweet science. If you want some practice, go over to the training center. I'm not going to do any of that. After that, it's time to get to work. And like they say, shoot for the moon. Mun. Shoot for the mun. They did get rid of the umlaut. It's not there anymore. So it's officially mun now. They retconned it. Now that we have a director, it's time to build and launch our program's inaugural vessel. For our first mission, your objective is to launch a rocket from Kerbin and achieve the altitude of 10,000 meters. It's hard to have a space program without launching a rocket. Gotcha. Feel free to track your mission and poke around in the mission tracker. Poke gently, though. All equipment is new. When you're done, come back and submit your report. Good luck, Director. Over and out. All right. We're going to track that mission. I think that's what you need to do. And then we're going to go to the VAB. All right. So I've already, I started it just a little bit. It's not going to be something particularly large. We're going to add, the little thing there. We're going to add 2 of these and a Methalox engine and a parachute. Now this is really all we should need. I am going to add a couple of fins to the sides just so we've got just that little bit more of stability. I think we are ready. Now we have to name our vehicle. Now since this is the beginning, I actually have to think about what the naming scheme should be, at least for this set of missions. All right, I had an idea for what to name these. It's going to be a little bit silly and a little bit American centric, but hey, I'm an American. Can't really stop it. The first several missions will be named after U.S. colonies, or not U.S. colonies. Yeah, U.S. colonies. The first 13 colonies to be exact. We're going to start out with the first one being the Delaware. Delaware. All right. There we go. All right. Then remember to check your staging. And yeah. Save. Delaware. I don't want to save the workspace. Oh, I guess I can. Delaware. Save. And let's get to it. All right, Paige says, your pointers. I don't really need any pointers. I do know how to fly. And we are going to listen to that countdown sequence. All right. There we go. We have to achieve a height of at least 10 kilometers. We'll be achieving roughly 11. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and reignite this on the way down. It's a silly thing to do, probably dumb, but I'm going to try and do it. And there we go. There is our science reward. Now we should be doing some science. Run crew observation. You can review all science reports. All right, run crew observation. Uh-oh. Yep, there it is. Okay. Well, we'll be bringing that back. All right. And we're gonna try and propulsively land it in the ocean. Or not even propulsively land it, but at the very least, we're gonna try and guide it over the ocean, like so. And we're going to try and arrest some of the velocity that is coming, like so. Now that is quite loud, on my side at least. And yeah, I'm gonna just ditch it now, and we're gonna do the parachutes. And we're gonna separate ourselves from the craft a little bit, like so. There we go. Let's get a little bit further away from the craft. There we go. All right. You're coming in really quickly. I'll speed up the time just a little bit so that Bob can finally get to the ground. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. Alright, there it is, floating. I do think I can get him out, and I can run a crew observation from out here. And I'm gonna run a surface survey. Alright, can I do that? Surface survey? I guess I can't. Alright, well, I'll board. And then I will pick up the... I will pick up capsule. How do I do that? Cover vessel. There we go. Look at that. We got science. Alright, we're going to go to the KSC. And we're going to see if we can unlock anything in the R&D center. Alright, so we've got light launchers. Now, we cannot unlock that quite yet. So, what we will do is we will head back over to the mission control. And we will get our debrief. So, let's submit. Welcome back. Thrilling work on the launch pad today. A reporter passed out because of all the excitement. Then again, it could have been the rocket fumes. Gotcha. They asked all about you, but I just said no comment. Ha ha ha. I think a joke went over their heads. Anyway, you're off to a great start. And after our debrief, submit your mission report and earn some science. And don't forget, swing by the R&D center to see what parts are available. Folks in R&D have some ideas for some cool advancements, and a little bit of science can make those ideas real. When you're done unlocking new technologies, return here for your next mission. Over and out. Look at that! 25 science. Thanks, science. All right, we got to get out of the atmosphere next. So someone left an anonymous note that our launch wasn't a success. Let's make it undeniable. I feel like this is a reference. Launch a rocket from Kerbal to achieve an altitude greater than 70 kilometers. I can do that. Here's our mission brief. Hi, Director. You're just in time. We're in the middle of a crisis. Someone left a rude sticky note on the staff fridge besides the poll for best vending machine on campus. Was the first launch really a success? The sentiment was mostly positive, but the writer, whose identity I will track down, ended in a harsh note. Vessel didn't even punch past the atmosphere. Wasn't batical enough. Batical? Now why is that tone so irritatingly familiar? Good thing I always carry an ultraviolet flashlight because the writer somehow fit a second message in the invisible ink. Said if mission control punches through the atmosphere into next space, I'll buy them 3 coffee makers. Well, we'll accept their challenge. The perfect mission objective. Your objective is to launch a rocket from Kerbal and fly higher than 70,000 meters. As tempting as it would be to go through the atmosphere, we must make we're not planning an escape from Mr. or Mrs. Note Writer. Get out there and get those coffee makers. I'm going to get an intern to track down the sticky note culprit. Good luck in return. All right. Yeah, we're doing that mission now. Yeah. All right. Let's go. To the R&D center. We're gonna get some stuff from Light Launchers, where we can get the Reliant, the FLT 400, which is the new tank. Right. With radio decouplers, we'll be able to attach fuel tanks and engines to the sides of our craft and discard them once they're empty, significantly increasing the thrust range of our vessels. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, we're gonna research that. Now we still have some more things, and so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an environmental science unit. That should help us, and then I think I'll get this because the launch clamps look cool. Yeah, that's okay. Searching around here. All right. All right. So, guess we'll be starting on the second one. All right. So there we go. We built it. Bob Kerman is back in the front seat, and we will be launching this thing into space. But first, I wanted to get a little bit of a research opportunity. Just kind of on some research. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna transmit some of that. That's using quite a bit of. That's fine, because we're going to start now. Oh, that has skipped right through the thing. Okay, this is quite loud. I do not need it quite this loud. the no. Oh. And that is what the second stage is for, because we're gonna need to slow ourselves back down on re-entry. But we are going quite high. Oh boy, that is a lot of power that is using. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn off SAS for a little bit, and I'm gonna wait till we reach our absolute apoaps. All right, we have passed. Okay. Ooh. Let's see if I can reclaim some of that energy real quick. We're going to away from the Kerbal Space Center. Not that way, it's this way. Here we go. Alright. Uh-oh. We're definitely going to need it on re-entry. We may lose the Kerbal early. Alright. Go. Alright. That is 24 science right there. Alright. We need to warp. A little bit of time warp. Okay, re-enter the atmosphere. And then we're going to have to a retrograde direction. We're coming down. Safely enter the atmosphere. And hopefully not burn up. We'll be coming in at a decent rate of speed. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh boy. That was a little dangerous. I can see that there's some parts still in the ocean over there. Oh boy. Alright, did we transfer? We transferred everything that we could. Now we are coming in a little too dangerously close to the whole situation here. Is there a way I can turn down the sound? It is really loud. That's probably... About there is probably good. Yep. All right, that was a successful mission. I don't know why I'm still stuck here. Go to the Kerbal Space Program, or the Kerbal Space Center, and then we go over here. We will check out. Look at that. Someone left an autonomous note. Yeah, we already read all of that. All right, so we're going to submit. Said, oh, hi, you're already back. Not only did you achieve but you also did it with minimal explosions. We did do it with minimal explosions. There was only like one. Take that, Jeb. That's right. Turns out our new intern snuck. Jeb is the intern? No way. That's right. Turns out our new intern snuck the mean sticky note into our break room on behalf. Jeb's been wanting to press our big shiny thanks science. Thanks, science! Button ever since he heard it would be dangerous for someone with no button training. Legals told him that he can't touch the button until he's gone through advanced button pressing at the training center. Apparently, he's channeling his frustration into tiny sticky screeds. Thank you for thank you to your efforts. We now have 3 new coffee makers from Jeb's company. Well, maybe not entirely new. There's a bit of a junkyard taste. I have a bet with a few of our department heads to see who can brew the strongest coffee. The winner gets a new office appliance. If I win, I'm getting the 4th coffee maker with all the works. Exciting times, Director. When you're ready, come by for your next mission. I will see you lunar or later. And then morning. Over now. Awesome. Thanks, science. All right, so we're gonna try and do the Kerbal orbit test now. All right, let's see how that goes. This is probably gonna be the long first episode. Yeah, that's probably how it's gonna go because these are all like pretty trivial, and then like second episode, third episode, those will be more normal. All right, so we got another mission, and we got a secondary mission as well. So we can actually do both of these missions on the same mission. Cool. Okay. So let's read up what this mission has to do. So it's time we get extraterrestrial orbit. Here we come. Now, orbit's not going to be hard. I'm fairly good at getting to orbit. If you've seen my channel, I get to orbit most of the time. So let's see. Mission brief. Greetings, Director. The day has finally arrived. All research has culminated in a single shining moment. I have finally perfected the strongest cup of coffee. Well, I did it with a bit of help from Newton, our intern. You've got to try the Macchiato Mark 1. 3 shots of espresso, 10 sugars, and a teeny tiny splash of foam. I've had 2 in the last hour. Miraculous. I no longer require sleep. From here, the snack department will be taking over development. From now to our agenda. It's time to finally orbit Kerbal. All of our attempts to orbit our beloved blue marvel have resulted in what Tarmac Henry calls go boom. But how hard can it be to turn sideways? Maybe we're just in need of more coffee. Your objective is to establish an orbit around Kerbal with an apoapsis less than 300 kilometers and a periapsis greater than 70 kilometers. The sweet spot is where your orbit doesn't leave Kerbal, but also doesn't dip into Kerbal's atmosphere. While at Mission Control, we are big fans of learning by doing. We are also aware that new craters could harm our chances of making the cover of giant lawns weekly. If you want to brush up on your spaceflight basics, you can always hop over to the training center and take the Orbits Are Weird refresher course. Orbits are weird, going up, then sideways, and falling over too many directions. Yeah, I already know that. Over and out. Alright. Track mission, and then we got buoyancy test. Track this mission as well. The vessel's recovery wants you to run some splashdown tests. Are the pods really airtight? The pods aren't meant to sink. Yeah. But they aren't meant to explode either. Probably the best to get out there and see what happens. Alright, so we're gonna go to the R&D center. We are going to... Where's eating? Oh. well, I'm gonna do that. Orbital rocketry. Where is the... Survivability is all the way over here. Okay. There we go. Survivability. Probes as well. I'll research that as well. And then... Ooh. I'll do orbital rocketry. Oh, I can still do... Oh, I can't do anymore. Okay. That's pretty good. Alright. So we can do that. Like, honestly, we don't really need to upgrade anymore as of right now, but... Yeah, we can always get more upgrades. They're always good to have. I will say, it does seem kind of easier to do upgrades in this game. So, of course, we're going to start out with the tin can. Ooh, here's the tin can. And, of course, we are going to put a parachute on top. And... we do not need to put that there. But what we will need to do is... a heat shield. Where are they? They're over here. Alright, that is a heat shield. Alright. And put that there. And I'm going to slap two of these solar panels to the sides. I'm going to put it just slightly so that they are in. There we go. And I'm going to put 2 batteries on the outside like that. And I am also going to slightly... so that way we have more than enough. And I will also add a communitron. Now I hope... I don't know if they're actually like in the game or not. But I really hope that that like KERBAL actually works, because I haven't seen anything that may suggest that it works, or like that you have like, you know, the lines that show you the connections. That was one of the coolest things about the original, that like it hasn't really been in the game so far, and I haven't seen really anyone talking about, but it was something that I personally really liked about the original. Okay, so there was that. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna look a little dumb, but trust. Just trust in it. Trust in the process. So I'm gonna do that, and here we are. And I am going to do this little number, pushing them down a little bit. Putting these bad boys on the top. Now this is a overly black and blue rocket, but those are our colors, so we're going to stick with it for now. There's not really much we can do. And I just want to add these on the sides because they do look kind of cool. I do want to add them. I think I have to put it low, like so. Alright, this is going to be a cool little rocket to launch. Now, I want to have all of these fire at the same time. This thing is just going to, not joking, rocket off the pad. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Then I'm going to put a reaction wheel here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, that should be able to orbit. But even if it can't, I'm going to add some control surfaces down here. Oh, these are big. These are quite big. Alright, how do I fix? Now, the wingspan does not need to be quite so long. And actually, put the wing angles back like that. Actually, that is fine. And then wingspan can drop a little bit more. Yeah, that is fine. Root length is fine. What I'd like is root thickness is a little high. That looks perfect. All right. So, what was the third state to join the Union? The United States of America is New Jersey. One of the worst. That's just full-blown New Jersey hate right now. All right, there we go. There's New Jersey. Or there's Jersey. All right, let's check our staging just a little bit just before we go. So all of those will ignite. Then those will decouple. Oh, I plan on having that one run out first. Right? Do I want that one to run out first? I'm gonna set its thrust limiter to 50. Thrust weight is 2. There's almost enough delta V to get to the one. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Okay. That works. That works. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then this can fly into space. You want to add Science Junior to it though. Just for a little extra science. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect rocket. Perfect. All right. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's the roll program. There we go. And now we're going to start angling. Ooh, that angled hard. Okay. Poor buddy is experiencing not that bad amount of G's. He's not having this no. Ooh, that's ooh. Why is it hissing? Oh man. Alright, there we go. And there we go. We are off into orbit. And transmit all available science that can be transmitted. Is angry. Oh yeah, because it takes a while now. You can only send one thing at a time. There we go. Look at all that science that we just got. Oh boy. we go. We are cruising now. I kind don't have it. Oh, that stinks. I miss those. I miss seeing the curb net. I do wish that they add that in, or at least there's a mod that adds that in, because I did like seeing those curb net lines. All right. We're going to fast forward. Get into space. All right. Oh, that was loud. Doing some environmental data studies. And I will rotate my craft just a little bit so it gets sun power or solar power. I will fast forward it. Yeah, lack of stellar exposure. Yeah. Do it. Here we are. About to achieve orbit for the first time for this Kerbal kind. This one, specifically. This group of Kerbals. These Kirby's. 3, 2, 1, go. And there we go. That is orbit. We are in orbit. The Kerbals have done it. Up in orbit. That's pretty good for these Kerbals. Still year 1, day 1. They're just about an hour in. That is pretty good. That is pretty good for them, I guess. All right. So I'm going to have it orbit twice. Almost nighttime for them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it deorbit east of the continent. I'm actually not going to have it orbit twice. I'm going to have it orbit once. Kind of deorbit it into the twilight. Oh, nope. Yeah, we'll go with twice. That's that's the second full orbit around. And we'll be coming around for the third one soon. The days on Kerbin aren't particularly long. All right. There we go. All right, we're going to deorbit now. We're going to point retrograde. We are going to fire the engines. And we are going to bring it down to about there. If we need to go in any quicker, we can just do so. Yeah. Here we are. We're deorbiting. There's the continent. It is coming in underneath us. We're about to hit the atmosphere. Now I'm going to ignite the engines just a little bit. Lead off any excess velocity that we really have, because we do not need to be going that far. Oh, oh, oh no. I seem to. Oh wait, never mind. I'm not experiencing a bug. There we go. All right. Go. Oh, entering the atmosphere. Ooh, I will say, New Jersey's getting hot. How much ablator did that use? I didn't use that much ablator. Um, undo SAS. I'm gonna deploy the parachute now. Look at that. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of, just a little bit. That is cool. All right, that's pretty cool. Here we are. We'll be landing in the ocean, just like the contract asks us to. Yeah. Look at that. Landing. Ye old Kerbin. There we go. Then, of course, transmit a little bit more science. Let's see if I can get any surfacing. Science. Okay. All right, there we go. All of the things that I could possibly do. We're going to recover the vessel. We go to the KSC. Yeah, it's nighttime now. Wow. We are going to accept our last two contracts of the episode. Well, we're already done with the episode. Well, this will be the end of the episode. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for episode 2 of KSP2 Road to Exploration. Oh, I totally forgot. I need to accept these. There you are, the magnificent magnet of scientific study. You did amazing. We had a watch party to celebrate. There was an exact replica of your vessel made out of a cake. It's surprisingly flammable. You might have noticed that the new set of missions are now available. You see, the main missions are canon. These contracts are the adventurous spin-offs. Some of these challenges bring in more science. Others exist to keep our part manufacturers happy. You can't afford to turn anyone away. You don't know this is first program on Kerbin, right? Alright. You floated. You kind of looked like an ice cube in a big old cup of coffee. The rest of it didn't melt. At least, well, not in the water. Our recovery team was out there in full force. Boats, helicopters, free swimming with floaties. You'd think you would realize it's faster to use a boat than a doggy paddle and a vessel back. And did the vessel back to KC? I think I just wanted to swim, obviously.